Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of Healed and Still Healing. I am your host, Katie Walker Adams. So this podcast is based off of the scripture Revelation 12:11 that says, "And they triumphed over him by the blood of the Lamb and by the power of their testimony." So I just get the honor of having my friends and family come on here and just share their testimony, share how they have been healed and have encountered the Lord, and how they're still healing, what their process of sanctification looks like on this journey of life. And so today I have the most special guest. He's probably the most attractive guest I've ever had on here. Not probably, he is. I'm very excited to have him on here to share his story and just to laugh with him and have a good time. I just told him this is kind of like a date for us. First date, kind of nervous. No, but really, I'm very excited to have on my handsome husband, Demarie Walker Adams.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for being on here.
No.
I think I'm like blushing. I don't know why. You make me so nervous.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure for sure.
Yeah.
I just like playing the background, and I'm just excited to kind of step into your world and what God is doing in your life, and just seeing the fruits of the labor and everything like that. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. And I know you're like in the middle of a work day right
Oh,
now too.
yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
all work, no play.
Yeah.
But, you make time for the things that are important.
Thanks. Well,
Yeah. So, like, where do we start?
where do we even start? So, you and I have been together for a decade.
Yeah.
We've been together 10 years.
Yeah. Going on
Married
11.
for 8.
Yeah.
So, I know your whole story.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I feel like I'll be able to lead this in a good way, hopefully. Yeah. Fingers crossed. No, but really, I feel like I just got to give you your flowers real quick. So, when I met you 10 years ago, you are not that same man that you were. I think over this last decade, you have grown tremendously, not just like mentally and like emotionally, but like spiritually as well. And I just am so blessed to have you as a husband because you're everything that I've ever prayed for. And so I just love you so much. And I'm just like really proud of the growth that you've had over just the time that I've known you.
Thank you. So, I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've grown a lot together.
Yeah.
I think it was the willingness to be together, and then kind of the tit for tat, kind of like one person goes through a spiritual journey, and it's like this like deep situation to where it's just like, oh, I feel like I'm being left behind, and then it's like, then he calls you, and it's like, no, I have your own journey for you. Like this is your path over here.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're finally coming to that point where we're back crossing paths again.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, this is what he had in store for us all these years.
Yeah, this is what equally yoked really looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fully submitted, and it's just like,
yeah.
Hey.
I'm happy you said that word because I remember us telling our friend the other night that, so we just moved into a new house.
Yes.
And the process of that was kind of a little strenuous.
Yeah.
And I remember we got our income tax check back.
Super late, which you didn't trust me about, but whatever.
It wasn't fully submitted yet.
Yeah.
No, but no, I remember we got it back. And I remember the Lord told me, like, you need to tithe 10% of this. And I'm like, that's a lot. Like, I don't know if I, like, okay. And then you came home that same day and you're like, hey, I don't know, I just feel like the Lord is telling me that, like, we need to tithe 10% of this check. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, what Paul says, like, wives, you need to submit to your husband just like the husbands are submitted to the Lord. Yeah. So it's like when I'm submitting to you, I'm submitting to the Lord. You know what I mean? In a way, because you're so submissive to the Lord.
Right.
So it's kind of just like the trickling effect or whatever. And so
It's the structure, how he built it to be.
For sure.
And it's just like when we honor the structure of what he's laid for us, it's like, yeah, he's pleased, and
Yeah.
he's like, as long as you listen. I mean, don't get me started about listening, but
Well,
yeah,
that, like, I feel like you've been in touch with the Lord since a young age, right?
yeah.
So like you've been in the church.
Yeah, I really kind of grew up in the church.
Yeah.
Like, my early years from, I mean, I got pictures like 4, 5, 6 years old with a little afro and a suit on.
With a big old head.
Big old head, yes. And I wanted to be a pastor. Like,
Yeah.
as a kid, like that was like my first, like, when people were like, what do you want to be? Like, I wanted to be like my pastor.
Yeah.
Like, that was always my first thing. It was never nothing else. Like, I grew into other things, but yeah. And so, like, I grew up in the church. My grandmother was an usher. My mother sang in the choir. Like,
Keisha sang in the choir?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. And so it was just like I was always there. Like, I didn't even know life outside of the church. I was a Boy Scout. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, all of the things when it comes to, being at the church, we was always there.
Yeah.
And
And
so,
this was back when because you grew up in California.
yeah, this is back in California. This is the early '90s. Like, a lot of my childhood was, when I say childhood, I mean like before teen years.
Right.
So,
So you were like 12 years old probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we moved here around that age.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. But yeah, for the most part, God has always been a part of my life. And I mean, even when we would go to Louisiana for like summer vacations and stuff, like the church is across the street from my grandmother's house.
Yeah.
Like, you could literally like see it standing on the front porch.
Yeah.
And there was no not going to church.
Right.
You going.
You're going.
Yeah, and you're gonna be there all day.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Well, so you grew up like that in California.
Yeah.
So, like, what was your childhood like, just like in the home, like with your mom, with your dad?
So, I feel like I have a unique situation because I didn't have a worldly view of what family was supposed to look like. Like, my parents, I've never seen my parents together.
Yeah.
Like, ever. Like, I never even, like, in a relationship format.
Right.
But they were always on the same page. Like, I've never seen my parents fight, argue, or anything of the nature.
Yeah.
So, in my mind, it was just like, my mom lived over here, my dad lived over there, and that was my normal.
Right.
So I didn't grow up like thinking like, oh, I have a bad childhood or whatever because my parents aren't together. I didn't know that they were supposed to be together until later in life.
Yeah.
And I feel like my childhood was tailor made for me.
Yeah.
It was what God wanted me to go through.
For sure.
And so I feel like it was great. Like,
Yeah.
there was love, on all aspects. My grandmother was always there. I always got my way with my granny,
Yep.
I'm granny baby for sure.
Firstborn, yeah.
Yeah, both sides. And so childhood was great.
Yeah.
It had its struggles, I feel like it was just that my mom had her path that she had to walk.
Yeah.
And there were things that she had to go through for God to show his glory in her life. With her almost losing her life, being shot.
Yeah, talk about that real quick.
And so she was shot around, I was about 7 or 8 years old. And it was a really traumatic situation. She ended up basically losing her arm.
Right.
To a 12-gauge shotgun.
Yeah.
And so, but I think the beautiful part about that is it didn't kill her.
Right.
Like, and back then, like, you saw my mom in her later years. My mom was a stick.
Yeah.
Like, built like me, but smaller. You get what I'm saying?
That's
like,
crazy.
yeah, crazy, right? And so, just to grow and to see that, like, God had his hand on my mom for so long.
Right.
And so, yeah, it was tough, growing up with a disabled mother and all of the things that come with it.
Yeah.
But, like,
She just lived in pain
yeah,
for so
yeah,
long.
yeah. I think that she was going down a path that he was slowly, like, trying to usher her back to him.
Right.
And I mean, we have the opportunity of choice. We get to choose whether we listen to him or not.
Yeah.
And so I think she was just in a rough space.
Yeah.
And so life got hard.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, also, you were like, had you not moved to Texas, your life could have had a completely different outcome.
Oh yeah.
Like, you could have probably been in the streets heavy.
Right. And that's kind of my point, because it was like my mom being shot and then my dad going to prison. It was like, we got to get him out of here.
Yeah.
Because my mom can't watch over me the way that she needs to. She's having, doctor's appointments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I can't go with my dad, Like, and mind you, both of my parents are only children.
Yeah.
So there's no, like, uncle to go live with, or, anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Because at this point, Granny had moved
Right.
to Texas,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. My grandmother moved to Texas to be closer to her mother.
Yeah.
Like, but she was such a city baby, from living in California, so she moved to the closest big city, which is Houston.
Right.
It was only a 5-hour drive. That's not really, that's not really that far.
Yeah.
And
so
so
y'all moved
we
here when you were
followed.
12?
Yeah, we followed.
Yeah.
We shortly followed after. Mom tried to do it on her own, but it was just like she needed help. You get what I'm saying? And so we followed. We came here shortly after. And at that time, I'm more in my rebellious stage.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, a couple years have passed, so now her disability is normal. She kind of has a hold on it. It's not so much of a daunting thing, and so now I'm going through my changes, coming into puberty and all of those things. I'm angry because I'm removed from my dad's side of the family to where I'm not able to. I have siblings.
Right.
My dad has, what, 10 kids?
Yeah.
And so I'm removed from a good chunk of my siblings, and it took an emotional toll on me. And so very angry. I come here, I'm like, I don't want to go to church.
Yeah.
I don't want to do none of the things that they want me to do, because I'm just at a lost state.
Yeah.
And also dealing with, domestic violence at home.
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't have a safe place. But in chaos, you rather manufacture your safe place than go to a building that says safe on it. So, like,
That's deep.
I felt so uncomfortable being at church because it didn't feel like anybody could understand the pain that I was going through.
Yeah. Well, was Mom going to church at this time?
No.
Yeah.
Granny's the only one. She was the rock. Like, she's like, no, as for this house, we will praise the Lord. Like, and she's like, if I gotta go by myself, the Lord will be in this house.
Yeah.
Like, and that was her thing. Like, my granny always relied on the Bible for everything.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think that's why her and I are so connected.
oh, Granny loves you. She's like that's my girl.
I just remember, like, the first time that I met her, she was like, there's just something, like, I see people based on their souls, and, like, our souls are connected.
Yeah.
I'll always remember that.
Yeah, that's my girl right
Granny's
there.
my girl. Yeah.
And so, yeah, things were just they were rough.
Yeah.
When I first got to Texas, and then it's like, being from California, and it's like having a front seat, like, to gang culture, and like I'm seeing it like it's a normal thing to me. It's not like I seen this on TV and I want to emulate it. Like,
life.
I lived that life.
Yeah.
Like, I have multiple family members from different areas. You know what I mean? So it's like I saw it in its entirety. And I mean, you know, I saw what it also could do to a family as well. And so I was just really at war with myself.
But also, it's like a culture shock moving here to Texas from California. You had long hair,
Yeah,
like
yeah. They
you
were,
would get in
yeah, they
trouble
were,
at
they were on
school.
me. They
Yeah,
were on me. Yeah, I had long hair, and in California, like men wear their hair in ponytails. Like it's
they
like
had the beads and all the
it's like men
things.
that wear pink. You get what I'm saying? You're not gonna tell me I can't wear this. Like you get what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
it was somewhat of that, and yeah, like it really was a culture shock.
Yeah.
It was a big culture shock
Speaking of
because I
hair, though,
saw
I feel like you've had just like this on and off relationship with your hair.
I've always had that.
Yeah.
Since a kid.
Well, I remember you telling me like you had this long hair and then you had gotten in an argument with your mom and you
Yes.
just went and just cut it all off.
Yes.
Just to spite her.
So that was I think that was either sophomore or senior year of high school.
Wow.
Like I had hair for forever, and I wore my hair in this blew out afro.
Yeah.
And my mom, like, she don't play about your hair being done. Like, she don't want your hair all over your head. Like, you gotta have your hair braided,
Right.
in a ponytail or something. Like, you gotta look presentable.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm in my rebellious age, and so I'm like, I'm gonna show her like this is my hair. I do what I want to do with it. You know what I mean? And so we over there at Dominique house.
Yeah.
Nunu, come cut my hair. He like, what?
Uh-uh.
He look at me like, what? And I went right in the garage, cut it all off.
What did your mom, how did she react? She was probably
cried.
so mad.
She cried so much.
Like how I cried when Brooklyn cut her hair?
Yes, definitely.
So it was warranted.
Yeah, like, it was just like, Demarie, why would you do that?
Yeah.
I was like,
Don't talk to me about my
yeah,
hair
leave me
again.
alone. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so while you're like in your like later teenage years,
Yeah.
your mom is disabled.
Yeah.
You have like 2-3 jobs at this point. Like,
Yeah.
You're
Well,
paying bills like at a younger age than what you probably should have been.
So that was always my thing. Like, my emotions don't have nothing to do with my responsibility.
Yeah.
So, like, I was always there helping.
Yeah.
Like,
But on your mom's side, you're the oldest of 5 too.
Right.
So you're also like
yes.
you're kind of like a father role as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And so I was always there helping. I was always working small jobs, summer job. I got my first summer job at like 15.
Yeah.
You know, and it was the thing that I was supposed to do. You
But
get what I'm
it's like
saying?
you're not working to like make money for you to go and like ball out.
No,
like,
I wouldn't. Yeah,
You're
no.
making money to like pay bills in your house.
We had a conversation about that, cause like my mom, like, she taught me responsibility at such a young age.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to go ball out.
Yeah.
Like, the story about the polo shirt. Like, I tried, and she was like, "Boy, your phone bill due, and I need my money." So I had to take it back.
Yeah.
And that was one of those like pinnacle moments where it was just like, you gotta be able to handle business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's, I tell our kids that all the time. Like, hey, bro, handle business first.
Right.
And you could play later.
Yeah.
And I mean, later on in life, I started to figure it out. So yeah, I started working 2 jobs so that I could pay bills with one job and buy shoes with the other job. You know what I mean? And that was my thing. And she was just like, she would just shake her head and just look at me like, you don't even get it. But it was like, I didn't want to get it.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I didn't see myself ever not taking care of my mom.
Right.
Like, I thought that was like the end all be all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna be here. I'm gonna help my mom with what she need help with.
But also,
And-
you were buying her gifts and
Oh
doing
yeah,
all the things.
yeah.
Like,
No, yeah. I've always been like a giver. I don't. I struggle with receiving gifts and
You do.
stuff like that. Like, I don't even like compliments.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it feel weird. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just doing me. Like, I don't know how to like receive it when people are like shocked
Yeah.
that it's like, oh my God, I can't believe that, like, this is the way that you think. And I'm just like, you don't think like this?
High potential.
Like, why is this not like a normal thing? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I showered my mom with gifts,
Yeah.
rings and bracelets and all of that, and she
Mm-hmm.
made sure to tell the whole world about it.
Oh, she did. Oh,
um,
she did,
yeah,
man.
but
Okay, so like your later teenage life,
right,
you finally are like, I'm trying to make some fast money.
right.
And
Well, so I made a mistake.
mm-hmm.
You know, got myself in a little bit of trouble, and it was hard to find a job.
Mm,
And so, with it being hard to find a job, I have to provide
right.
because it's like that's my responsibility. And so, like, even as a kid, I never touched anything. I never did anything. I saw everything, but I
It could have
never.
been like really easily accessible for
Yeah,
you to do.
it was very easily accessible. Like it
Right.
was off of whim of a word,
Yeah.
honestly. But yeah, I never did in it because I had these higher aspirations, and so I made a mistake, and it kind of knocked me down a few pegs.
Yeah.
And now the streets are my reality because it's like nobody's trying to hire me,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so I say lightly, I did what I had to do,
Right.
you know. And I also was an adult. That's like a main thing, like because it was like I wasn't a rebellious kid in the sense of getting into legal trouble or anything like that. I just had a bad attitude,
Mm-hmm.
i.e., you know who. But and so yeah, it was one of those dark journeys again,
Yeah.
where it was just like I'm going down a path and I don't know where I'm gonna end up,
Yeah.
you know. But it was also fun.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I should be saying that, but
Probably not.
I think I was having fun in that time period because it was so unstructured,
Yeah.
and it was just like I felt like I was just kind of running free,
Right.
you know. And so I'm doing what I want to do. Like I look back on it now, and it was like, bro, what were you even thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Like you had nothing really going on.
Yeah. But at the time, it's like you were living the life.
Yeah,
Like you
no,
were.
yeah, I was living a life. I was doing the things and
Yeah.
smoking weed every day and
Yeah.
waking up late, go to work, come home, smoke again. You
Right.
know what I mean? It was just like it was a never ending cycle, and it was getting me nowhere fast.
Yeah.
You know, and
You kind of looked up like, oh, I'm still in the same place
yeah,
that
I'm
I'm
like,
at.
what is really going on?
Yeah.
And it's like, what happened to the dreams?
Right.
What happened to the
Because
dreams
in
of?
high school, you wanted to be
I wanted to be a chef in
a
high
chef.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I wanted to be a chef.
Yeah.
And my mom, well, look here, she ain't put a match to that dream, boy. She was like, ain't nobody got time to go out to eat. What is wrong with you? Like, you need to go get a real job. You need
Yeah.
to. And to her credit, my cousin was a welder fresh out of high school, and he was making money that ain't nobody ever really seen.
Right.
Like, real money.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And
By welding.
by welding.
Yeah.
So she's like, that's what she wanted
need.
for me. You know? So it was out of a good space. But
Yeah.
if you know anything about my household, delivery is not a worked on art. Like
Not a forte.
it's coming out. It's just gonna come out how it come out, and
you receive it how you want to receive
yeah, take
it.
it how you want to take it. But
Yeah.
you know what I meant. You know
Yeah.
what I mean. And I love you at the same time. And so
Well, so you ended up because Deja, your sister Deja, was working at Red Robin, and she put you on,
yeah,
and you came and worked at Red Robin.
Yeah.
Mind you, you were living
around the corner. Yeah, around the corner from my mama.
right, but you were like living in your car at this point,
Yeah,
right?
I was hard headed. Me and my mom got into it, and I'm like, well, I got a car, so yeah, I can sleep in my car. And I'm just
That
like,
car,
bruh, Big Red, man. Look,
that red Impala.
if you know, you know. Hey, Big Red was that, you
Yeah.
know. And my mom, me and my mom, we were only 19 years apart.
Yeah.
It could seem like a big gap, but in our lifespan, it was such a small gap.
Y'all were really growing up
We
together.
grew up together, so
Yeah.
it was almost like my sister. So we bumped heads at a different level, but we also conversated at a different level.
Yeah.
We also loved each other at a different level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we could tell each other anything and it be understood, and she could correct me, and as crazy as it may sound, I could correct her.
Yeah.
You know, and she started to, she started to understand I was becoming a young man.
Right.
You know, so even with us being at odds, she's like, hey, you need to come up here. They hiring, get you a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she's knowing my situation, and she know what I got going on.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like,
Because you
I'm
were
gonna help
on
you.
probation at the time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And so she's like, I'm in a soft way, son, I'm gonna help you get out of this. But that ain't what she said.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was like, you need to get yourself together.
Yeah.
Come up here and get this job.
Yeah.
Those are her exact words.
So you started at Red Robin.
Yeah, I started Red Robin.
And then enter.
Well, I end up getting a job before that.
Where?
I worked at Little Caesars.
Oh, right.
And so I end up getting a Little Caesars job, and then, like, I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll go see what they talking about. But it really was just to tell my mama, like, I already got a job. Like, you know what I'm saying? But still was doing all the crazy things that I ain't had no business doing. So,
right.
whatever.
You were still heavy in the streets.
Yeah, still,
sure.
Still double dutching for sure.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I come up there to Red Robin, get hired on the spot.
For sure.
Like, literally just walk up there, do the application. They was like, come back on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Sit and you'll have an interview.
Yeah.
And Kim.
Yeah.
She's like, her first words was, I ain't gonna have no problems out of you, am I? I'm like, no, ma'am.
Oh, but she did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Kim was such a real one, though.
Yeah.
She really knew
she was
your
a second mama for
situation.
sure.
Yeah.
Her and my mama was tight.
Yes.
My mama was going up there, like, way before she called me. My mama, JT, and Kim were, like, they were tight.
Right.
That's how she even, like, got us on like that.
Uh-huh.
Like, they loved her. Everybody loved her. That was the crazy part.
No,
like,
really, though.
she was unapologetically her.
Yeah.
And the world loved her for that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
And so, yeah,
so
got
then
hired.
enter the love of your life.
Yes.
Me.
Yes. The woman that I prayed for.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I remember you were there my very first day.
Yeah.
And I walk up, it's you and this guy, Sammy.
Yep.
And Sammy just was like, if you've seen that 70s show, he's that. He's just like laid back, hey,
what's up?
And I just remember I'm like, working with y'all. Y'all are training me. I'm a hostess. And I'm like, so like, where's the weed at? Like, where?
Yeah.
And you were like, I got it. I'm like,
what you need?
Oh, this is a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
And I remember just like, I was being trained by somebody else too. And I remember asking her, I'm like, how old is he? Because you look very young. You look like a teenager.
Good genes,
Yeah. And she was like, I don't know, like in his 20s. I'm like, oh, bet. Okay. So that was like, let's go ahead. Let's make our move.
Yeah.
So, but I just remember you and I became
really good friends.
We were like best friends.
Yeah. Like, we were just like, it was, I think relationships are best when it's friends first.
For sure.
Because it's like...
You build that bond.
Yeah, you build that bond, you build that trust.
Yeah.
And love follows after.
Yeah.
Because love is something that you choose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not such a, it's just this feeling like I just love you. Like, it's like I choose to love you every day.
For sure.
And so...
Well, so before the love, while we were friends, we found out we had a mutual friend.
Yes.
And so that was kind of like easy for us to like... We would go to our friend's house and we would smoke and do all the things.
And kick it and chill.
I remember I got hired in November.
Yeah.
November 15th to be exact.
Yeah.
That was the day we met, November 15th. And I remember there was a Christmas party in December.
Yeah.
And you and I were just friends, but there was like speculation. You know what I mean?
Everybody was like, bro.
Like, y'all are going to be together.
Yeah.
We're like, no, chill. Like, we're just friends.
Like, we just cool.
But I remember the Christmas party for work, and you're like, hey, you want me to, like, come pick you up? And I was like, Okay, yeah, that's cool.
I mean, yeah, I know you ain't want your parents to have to drop you off. Like you used to have them drop you off on the side door, bro, and you will walk around, like,
Yeah.
you feel what I'm saying? Or have them
Yeah.
drop you off, and then you'll, like, ring the buzzer on the side, like, hey, open the side door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm
Well,
like,
I remember I was at home waiting for you to come pick me up. And mind you, like, yes, y'all will hear my story in a few weeks, but like the life that I was living, I was very surprised that my parents were very like on board for
yeah,
like you to come pick me up.
yeah,
Like you came up to the door, like you met my parents, like
yeah.
you and like they liked you. You know what I mean? Like they knew that when I was with you I would be safe. And so we went to this party and we show up together and everybody's like, oh,
Ooh,
they're together. And we're like, y'all,
y'all tripping,
no.
bro. Like, I
Like,
can't be a good friend and pick the
right,
homie up from the house. Like,
right.
she needed a
But
ride.
at this point, I'm like, I'm crushing hard. Like,
Yeah,
man, I really like this guy.
and I was oblivious.
But like, we were like spending every day together.
Yeah, we was.
But you also had a girlfriend at the time, which
Yes.
never saw her, never saw you talking to her, like, never.
I'm just a very private person.
Whatever. Whatever. But it was like, it was either like we were at work or we were over at our friend's house
right.
smoking or we were like that was really
It
life.
was really life.
Like
Yeah.
we were hustling hard
It was
at
that
work.
never ending circle. That cycle. It was
Yeah.
just like in this hamster wheel, and we thought that was what our lives was going to be.
Yeah.
Like,
But we liked it. We loved
oh, we loved
I
it.
loved that time.
We loved it.
Well, so then I remember it was in January. My mom was on her way to come pick me up from work, and I was like, I called you, and I'm like, hey, I need some weed. And you're like, okay, I just got some in. I'll be there shortly. So you came and you brought me some. You were with your friends that night.
Yeah.
And I remember it was a night shift. I was leaving, and I got a call a few hours later from one of our friends or coworkers, and she was like, "Hey, did you hear what happened with D?" I'm like, "What happened?" She was like, "I'm about to be real. Like, D got arrested tonight," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"It's my fault. Like, it was my. He wouldn't have come up there if it wasn't for me."
Yeah.
And so you got arrested that night, and I just remember being up all night, like checking all of the like pages, like where's he being booked at? Like I didn't know the system, so I'm just
Yeah.
like constantly refreshing my browser, like where is he? I need to find him. I need to go get him.
Yeah.
Like we had just gotten our paycheck, so I'm like I'm about to use this to go and like get him out.
Yeah.
So you ended up getting out the next day, and I remember I'm at work. I have no makeup on because I've just been up all night. I've been kind of crying because
Yeah.
I feel bad and like I hate that you're in this situation. And I'm back in the back, like smoking a cigarette out back. And one of our friends comes in. They're like, "Hey, Dee's up front." I'm like, "Stop playing with me. Like, I'm not in the mood to play around." She's like, "No, Dee's up front. Like, he's looking for you." And I was like, "He's looking for me? Like, what? Okay."
Excuse me.
And I remember like our embrace, like
Yeah.
after I saw you, like it was just like a sigh of relief. Like, okay, he's good. I love him. And I think in that embrace, you kind of were like telling me like you loved me too. You know what I mean? Like in a way.
It was definitely like, okay, and this is a true friend. This is not just a hangout friend,
Right.
because it was like, so when I walk in the door, Hannah's like, "Hey, you know Katie was kind of come bail you out." I'm like, "Man, stop capping, bro. You tripping?" She like, "No, for real. Like, she was coming to get you."
Yeah, I was.
I'm like, "What?" And like, all love to mama, but mama ain't coming to get you, gang.
Yeah.
She not buying you out. You got to sit it out, player.
Yeah.
You got to sit it out. You know what I mean? So it was, it made me feel loved and seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it was just like she the homegirl, but she was gonna come buy me at.
Yeah.
Like,
Cause I loved you.
yeah. Well, I mean, like I told you, I was oblivious to everything.
You really
You know
were.
what I mean?
You really did not know.
I'm just a good person. I'm just a good friend.
Whatever.
That's all. You
Well,
know?
so after that, you hear that I'm gonna come bail you out, and you're like, "Wait,
I'm like, what?
I
So
might actually like her."
yeah, I'm like putting this together, and I'm like, okay, like for a person to like care so much to like be that invested, because people don't, they be like, damn, bro, free D.
Yeah.
Free him till you see him, you feel me? Like, so it's just like, I can't let this person get away, like, I need her by my side,
Yeah.
and so, yes. And I'm a very shy person. I don't like confrontation.
Whatever.
So,
Whatever. Well, I remember you had like changed you had asked to use
yeah,
my phone, and then you
yeah,
had like changed your name, your contact to like
yes,
D Bay with like all
yeah,
these little emojis like hearts, and I'm
yeah.
like, I didn't see it till later. I'm like, what
I
is
didn't do
this?
this.
I'm like, what? So I
Yeah,
remember
don't act
like
like you ain't
texting
like
like
it.
what like
Don't act like you didn't like it. Don't act like you
stop,
didn't
you're making
start.
me
You
blush.
was blushing then. You saw that. You was like, oh, yeah.
Well, I remember like, well, what does this mean? And you're like, well, like,
What do
what
you
do you
mean?
want?
What do you
What do you want
mean?
it to mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, like, you have to ask me to, like, be your girlfriend, you know? But then I was like, but wait, don't you already have one of those?
Mind your business. See, you worried about the wrong stuff. She wasn't trying to come get me. You was. That is a contract voiding right there.
Yeah.
Contract is void.
You were like, I'm going to take care of that. And, I mean, the rest is history at that point.
Yeah.
That was a very long story to tell that
Yeah.
we got together at that point.
Yeah.
And we were inseparable
Yeah.
ever since. I remember just like
Conjoined at the hip.
like honestly though, like
Yeah.
like I said, we were working, we were smoking, we were working, we were smoking, lather,
Living.
rinse, repeat. Like
Yeah.
we were making money and we were doing the things
Bouncing from house to house.
and house to house. But like it was the best time, you know?
Yeah.
Like we had just the best time.
I think it's the best origin story to the perfect marriage, because
Yeah.
it's like, what have y'all been through? And it's like, sit down, have a seat,
Come on.
get some coffee.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while.
We're not gonna tell that whole story today because I need
No, ain't
stuff
got.
to tell in my story.
No, yeah, we can't go. Yeah, we ain't got the time or the. Yeah, no, I gotta go
Yeah.
back to work.
Well, so 8 months later,
Right.
I got pregnant
Yes.
with Aubrielle,
Yes.
and I feel like that was a turning point for
Yeah.
us. You know, it. I was sober, obviously pregnancy, and I remember I was just like kind of in the right state of mind, you know, to like see things clearly. And I was like bringing you along with me, and we were like going to church because obviously Dad's a pastor.
Yeah.
And they had really just started the church too. Like
Yeah.
Restoration had just
started. Yeah.
And
They were at the
I
school
remember-
at that time.
yeah, and
Yeah.
so we were going to church, and the men's advance, which is like the men's retreat, came up,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Hey, you should go to this," and you're like, "Nah."
Cool.
I'm only going if I can bring some friends.
Gotta
with
bring
me.
the guys.
Yeah. So
Gotta feel comfortable.
So you went and you brought the guys.
Mhm.
So tell me about the men's advance.
Oh man, the men's events, we got there, we definitely was nervous.
Yeah.
All we was worried about was beating people in basketball.
Yeah.
You know, not gonna go there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so we get there with our own motives. And it's just like kind of like, I'm just doing this so I ain't got it, so she don't keep harping on it.
Yeah.
You know, and what ends up happening is I meet some pretty cool individuals that eventually changed my life.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of guys that were just like me. You know, they didn't look like me. They're not from where I'm from, but they had been through very similar things that I had been through. You know, and that was like the first chink in the armor. Like that was the first like crack in the wall. Like, okay, it's a process, but like he captured my heart there. Like that was like the first time in my adulthood, like me going back to church since being a little kid.
Right.
And so it was it was very transformative, and it was a process.
Right.
Like, it wasn't just like an overnight thing. Like,
Yeah.
I was still doing all the things, still smoking weed and,
For sure.
you know what I mean, carrying on.
But it's like you came home from the men's advance and like got baptized, and
Right.
it was like a whole thing.
Right. Like,
you know,
it was the initial, it was the
catalyst.
yeah, it was the catalyst, and it was the Lord, like, hey, come this way.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
here.
I'm here with you.
Yeah.
Like, walk this way with me, you know. And I mean, I remember being on fire, like, them first, like, 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember like it was yesterday. Like, I remember talking about the Lord to the point to where I was, like, out of breath.
Yeah.
And I don't stop talking.
Never.
So, that was like what is this feeling?
Yeah.
You know? And then, you know, life starts life, and
well, then
things
we had
start happening.
Abrielle and
Yeah.
all the things.
Yeah.
And that was just a difficult time in life.
Yeah.
Because it was like, yes, we had a child, but like I wasn't prepared. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think you were so much more prepared for parenthood than I was.
Being the oldest of 6 siblings.
Right, exactly. So we had our battles.
Right.
Like, we had, because while I was pregnant, we were living at your mom's house.
Right.
We were living there with all of your siblings,
Yeah.
Granny, her boyfriend. Like, we were all,
Yeah.
jammed into this house. Which I will say, those were probably one of my favorite times.
Yeah, that was some
me
of
and
the
you
best
shared
times.
like a twin size bed, and like Deja and Michael shared a twin size bed, and like we just shared a room, and we were just like always together. Like,
Right.
the camaraderie was like what I miss
Yeah.
most about that house. But we have Abrielle, and I had moved back in with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of,
Yeah.
help,
Yeah.
because you ended up going to welding school.
Right.
Finally living the dream that your
mama wanted. Yeah.
And so you were doing that and working as well.
Yeah.
So it was a lot going on.
Yeah.
And finally, like, we lived together. I moved out and we were living together, and that wasn't really the best situation for any of us really to be in.
Yeah. That was, as painful as that situation was, it was the igniter. Once again, like, I don't think that the things that you're supposed to do come easy.
Yeah.
Like, they normally are painful. Like you were saying the other day. Like, the truth hurt. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes experiencing the truth is a very difficult thing to really grasp and understand.
Yeah.
But it's for the better of you. You know what I mean? Like, if y'all would have never moved out, we probably would have never left there.
Right.
Because we were in that cycle of, like, hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Like, get on the wheel and keep running.
Yeah.
And we just gonna do this, And it was just like, no, we had to go do something different.
Yeah.
And the Lord used you to motivate me to want more.
Yeah.
Because that was like, shortly after that is, we get our first apartment.
Yeah.
And shortly after that, we get married.
We got married.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't see us even looking at marriage, especially with my background of not seeing my parents be married, not seeing my parents together at all.
Right.
Like, they have a beautiful story, don't get me wrong. But as far as me growing up, I didn't see it. It was not like, I thought that you wasn't supposed to be, you know what I mean? You live over here, she live over there. She do her thing, you do your thing.
Yeah.
Y'all respect each other, you show love to each other.
You co-parent together.
Yeah, you co-parent, and that's just that.
Yeah.
And
that's how we were, like,
Yeah.
when we first had Abrielle.
So it was comfortable for me.
I was living in one place, you were living in another. You would come over every day.
Yeah.
Be with your daughter and all of that. But, like, we were together still. Like, we were still in a relationship.
Yeah.
But, yes, like, I don't think either one of us, because we always said, just because we have a kid doesn't mean we need to get married.
Right.
Like, that wasn't our goal.
I wanted it to be for us.
Right.
Like, if we were going to do it, not like a mistake that you gotta, like, okay, now I'm trying to correct this mistake.
Right.
Like, no, I'm gonna take my mistake to the face.
Yeah.
That's over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which Ariel was definitely not a mistake
I was
at
just about to
all.
say, yeah.
Like, that was a God-given thing. Like, that is my baby. But what I mean is that we did something out of order.
Right.
And so now we got to, like, hurry up and try to fix it. Like, it wasn't that.
Right.
It's like, no, I'm going to marry her when I feel it in me that, okay, this is the woman that I want to marry.
This is the next step.
Yeah, like, this is the next step I want to take.
Yeah.
And when we got there, you know, I went to your dad and I'm like, okay, you know, like, hey, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know?
So we got married in 2017.
Yep.
Then had Brooklyn shortly after.
Shortly after.
There's a lot of ups and downs in
Yeah.
between that and all of that. We've lived a lot of life together.
Yeah.
So let's fast forward to 2024, I guess. You know, we just had Cortland.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You know, my memory is shot. So.
Yeah.
No,
yeah. 2023.
2023.
Isn't that when we had Cortland? 23, right? Yeah, we had Cortland 23 and DJ 24. Yeah.
Yes.
So we had Cortland. You know, at this point, we're like on our own. Like, we're fully on our own.
Yeah.
Because we had moved in with my parents and we had, you know,
there's a lot we're not telling right now.
Yeah.
But
well, so we're finally like in our own house. Like we're driving our cars. You've started this career, you know, with Windshield Remedy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Windshield Remedy. If you need your windshield repaired, he can be a mobile tech and come and service your windshield. So like we've got life on lock, you know, and in the process, my life has changed.
Yeah.
I have started loving the Lord. I'm on fire for the Lord.
Yeah.
And I think of course, you still love the Lord, but I think my fire was just like inflamed more, I guess. You know what I mean?
It was your time.
And maybe I was just like more outwardly like showing it.
Yeah.
And so April of 2024.
Yeah. Yeah, which is
changed our lives forever.
Which was crazy. I'm not going to I'll say that somebody close to me lost their mother like right before.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, I was kind of helping that person through that.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom died. And I just, I felt like I went blind.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of those things where it was just like my body just shifted into autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
There was no emotion or understanding or anything like that.
I think you lived in such a state of shock for months. You know what I mean? Like, especially the day of. I just remember the phone call from you. Like, you were very matter of fact. Like, hey, you know, this has happened. And I'm like, well, I remember this. I said, do you need me to come to the hospital? In my mind, it's like, I'm already trying to figure out how to get there. But it's like, I needed to hear it from you. And you're like, look, if you're going to come up here and cry and do all of that, I can't. Like, I need you to come up here and I need you to be strong. Because for you, being the oldest, you've always had these responsibilities. And you're like, I already have all of these people that I have to take care of in this moment. So it's like, so if you're going to come, I need you to be my rock. You know what I mean? And so it was like, okay, on the way there, I'm going to get all my tears out. I'm going to cry and get all of my feelings out. And then when I get to the hospital, like, I got to be strong. And seeing you and seeing, you know, your mom, like, it was just like, you were very just like, oh, she just looks like she's passed out right now. You know, like, she just looks like she's asleep. Like, and I just don't think that it hit you yet, you know?
It didn't.
And so I think that after your mom passed, you were in such a state of shock that it was almost, like you said, it was autopilot. You kind of reverted back to the things that you knew. You know, in the meantime, we got pregnant with DJ and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But before that happened, you'd been volunteering at the church in the 5th and 6th grade. realm. Like
Yeah,
you volunteered
I've
with
been
elementary and then upgraded to, you know, 5th and 6th grade. So, you know, we didn't know if you were going to go. They have that summer camp peak
right.
week in the summertime, and we didn't know if you were going to go because we're
I
like,
wasn't gonna go.
you need to sit down somewhere. You know what I
I
mean? Like,
wasn't gonna go.
you got too much going on. And so, talk about your experience at peak week and how I mean, I feel like there was something that shifted while you were there. You're there to serve these 5th and 6th graders and
They,
ended up,
them serving me.
yes.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think that it was him correcting my old behavior.
Yeah.
You know, like I said earlier, how, you know, I'd rather create my safe place instead of go to the building that has safe space on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was like, no, I need you to go because your story is my test. Like, that's where my glory comes.
Yeah.
Is you telling your story.
Right.
And he's like, basically, like, I'm going to be with you.
Mm.
And so I go. I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Like multiple times, people were like, "D, like you don't have to be here, bro."
Yeah.
It was like I feel like I'm called to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just something I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And it was the start, the the catalyst, the
Mm-hmm.
just to my more breaking down my wall.
Yeah.
You know, because I kind of threw that wall up when mom passed. I'm just like, I can't afford to even feel feelings right now.
Right.
You know, and yeah, I spoke on, you know, my mom passing, and just basically just delivered a speech of how much your parents really love you,
Mm-hmm.
and that you really don't understand the amount of love that they have for you,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't understand how it feels until that day comes, that, you know, it's a shift in your life that is um it's it's not crazy, but it's like an unforgettable feeling.
Right.
Like it literally like knocks you off balance.
Yeah.
Like you I heard somebody say when you lose your mother, it's like losing your connector to the earth.
Mm.
Like, because that was the person that you were originally connected to.
Mm-hmm.
So when that spirit leaves, like, it's literally like throws you off.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, also at that same time, you know, we find out that I was there. I was at camp when we found out we were pregnant with DJ.
Right.
And it was just like God giving another gift. You know what I mean? Like
In a season of
in
grief.
in a season of grief, and she always wanted a grandson.
Right.
That was the thing. Like she always wanted a grandson.
Because by that point we had Aubrielle, we had Brooklyn,
Brooklyn,
we had
Cortland, and Maddie.
Michael had Maddie. Yeah,
So
she
she
had all
got
these
4 granddaughters.
grandbabies. Well, I just I remember I told you, you know, I'm pregnant, and a week later we go and we get the ultrasound. And the ultrasound tech is, you know, looking around in there, and you're like, wait, are those like feet? And she was like, yeah, this isn't like a little baby. And you're like, wait. I said, wait, how far along am I? She's like, you're in your 2nd trimester. You're like,
She she said, you're like, she didn't give a definitive number, but she said about 13 to 16 weeks, somewhere in there.
yeah.
And
Well, I remember we looked at the calendar and we went back 13 weeks.
That's what I was saying.
And I'm like, what happened 13 weeks ago? And that was the week that your mom had passed. And I remember you said, you're looking, you said, oh, that's Keisha's baby. And I remember the ultrasound tech looked like what?
Yeah.
Like, hey, maybe we maybe we don't say
Don't
that.
say that.
But yeah.
But yes.
This is a gift.
It's just like her control, though.
Yeah.
Like, Mom, she always wanted to be in control of everything.
Yeah.
She's like, you gonna have my grandson one way or another. I don't care. Look. Look.
For real. So I really do feel like DJ is a gift from your mom.
Had the name. Hey.
He's a little junior.
Yeah.
Demarie. I'm not gonna do it.
Don't do that. Don't do
Demarie
that.
Jr.
Yes. Leave it there.
Yeah. So I feel like your life is such an incredible testimony.
Yeah.
And I really hope that there are people that are watching this episode that have a similar upbringing as yours and see that there's hope, that there is love, and there's hope that they can have an encounter with God, that they can have a relationship with the Lord no matter what their past is.
Yeah,
right?
no matter what they're going through.
Yes.
Like, He there with you.
Yes.
You literally just gotta, like, take yourself out of self-protect mode and look for your protector.
Yeah. So, like, what is your life looked like over the last few months? Healing from the loss of your mom, and also, what has your relationship looked like with the Lord, and how has He helped you in this healing process? And what is something that you would pass on to the people that are watching this as a glimpse of hope?
Yeah. So, the Lord helped me to understand how much He loves me.
Yeah.
Like, He's my original father.
Mm.
And so, upon losing my mom, like, though there's nobody that could replace her, like, He also gave me the comfort of my wife to be, like, in a nurturing state. Like, to really step into that role, and to really be that, like, soft part for me, to be able to let my guard down, and for my home to be my safe place.
Yeah.
As far as, like, what I would want people to take from my story is, like, you gotta surrender. Like, you fighting a losing battle if you're trying to do it on your own. Like, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Like, there are things that the human body is not prepared to experience on its own. Like, you definitely need, family and a spiritual walk to be able to maintain it. Because when all of the family and friends go back to their lives, the Lord will still be there with you.
Yeah.
And so that was something that that's definitely something that I would want people to take from my story. It's like, no matter how hard it get, like, He right there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've loved this conversation.
Yeah, it was fun.
It really was. This just reminds me, like, we have these kind of conversations all the time.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, just very deep and very, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
No, help me. Intentional.
Yeah, very intentional and deep conversations.
Yeah.
And it's normally me just walking up to you and just, like, starting this conversation.
It
and
just
you
comes
like,
out of nowhere.
And you, like, have to pause the TV.
I'm like, wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Pause
the TV and then it's like...
Okay, let me give you my full attention.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then it always ends with, well, I'm going to go to bed now.
Yeah, I'm going to just go to bed.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I'm really happy that I get to share this with you.
Yeah.
Like, this has been kind of like my little gift from the Lord, like this podcast.
Yeah.
And so, you watch all the episodes and you hear, I call you every time that I'm done
Yeah.
filming one. When I'm on the way here and when I'm leaving,
Yeah.
I call you and I let you know. And so to have you here and to be a part of it is like,
I still expect to get my call.
I'll still call you. I'm going to actually call you on my way home from here.
Yes.
And we can talk about how this went today.
Definitely.
And if this is even going to make it.
Yeah, if it's going to come out or not, I don't know.
No, but you've been my biggest cheerleader through this whole process.
Always.
And so,
always.
Thank you for being here and for being
You're
part
welcome.
of.
Thank you for having me. I just wanted to be a genuine guest.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate you having me on, and the fact that my story is actually, being used for God's glory.
Yes.
I'm very appreciative to, be a part of your guest list.
Yeah. So this is just a sneak peek on my story that will be coming out January 21st.
Okay.
Put a date to it.
There you go.
Dang it, I just said that out loud.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So, well, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Besties.
You're crazy, bro. You're funny.
Well, until next time, y'all.